Hey folks, it's J Doug here. Took off from digging today and was trying to organize some of my relics. Here's a lot of stuff that I got out of the same camp. I haven't really put it out in display cases yet. And then here's all the buttons. My good ones there in the middle. Got a Vermont, a Maryland, Rhode Island, New York, of course, New York cuff, Rhode Island cuff, staff officer, Michigan, Vermont, and Massachusetts. Where'd he go? I'm off. Yeah, Massachusetts, and then a bunch of Navy buttons. 4 Navy buttons. Anyway, I just got done organizing that, but I've been getting a lot of requests from guys on the metal detecting forums to show better pictures of my bottles. So I just figured instead of trying to upload all those pictures, I'd just do a little video. So I'm going to start off. Every bottle here on this table came out of my first fire pit ever. So except for this flask bottle over here, which was broke, and I kind of glued it back together with what I had. And that lighting's not too good there. But it's got a log cabin on one side and then broke on the other side with the anchor. It's kind of depressing on that one, but I still love her. She looks good laying there. But all the rest of these bottles and inkwells came out of the same fire pit. So these are all lined up here kind of in size. This one's broke, not that big a deal. It's got a pontled bottom. Almost all of them are pontled. So then the first one we have here is this one. And, of course, pontled bottom. Pretty normal, I guess. Nothing spectacular as far as deviance from what it's supposed to be. This one's a really nice color. It's got that green color. I'm trying to figure out what the best lighting is. It's pontled on the bottom, open pontle. Got some bubbles in it. And we have this one. Open pontle. Sorry, I just tried to clean them a little bit more. They still got some water in them. Got some bubbles in there. So hard to get the right color. And then we have this one. That's not too bad. Just showing them right there. She's a little cloudy. I like that little dip in her. See that little bend in her? And the top is pretty crude. Very interesting. And then the last big one. Top is again crude on this one. Lots of bubbles. Look at all the bubbles in there. And of course, the pontled bottom. Crude top. I like that one. I like them all. But then this one here is different than the rest. It's a smooth bottom, smaller, just a clear glass. It almost has like a spout tip to it. See that? That's interesting. And then this little baby right here, smallest of the bunch. Not anything great on color, pontled bottom. But pretty nice. And then on to my smaller bottles. What we got here. A little bit broke, pontled bottom. The tip broke out, the spout broke off a little bit. Most of these do got the spout broke a little bit. This small bottle, pontled bottom, I guess. And this one here is quite intact. twist to the spout there. That's pretty cool. Pontled bottom. Very nice. And this one here's got the spout broke off. Nervine Pain Extra. X something. And pontled bottom. And what do we have here? This one's still a little dirty. I don't have the right tool for cleaning this one. It's got a little chip out of it. And an open pontle on the bottom. Alright, on to the big bottles. This Mammy Jamma right here has a nice scar inside of it. It's a little dirty. Smooth bottom. Nice color. This was one of my first bottles I got out of the ground. I didn't really know what to expect, what it was going to look like up top. And it's 8-sided. I think it's a pickle juice bottle. And it's smooth on the bottom. But later in the dig, I ended up getting this one, and I broke this one myself, which is unfortunate, but I was probing the sidewalls, and the bottle was laying in the sidewall like that, and the probe went right into the spout, and it's got a nice little bubble in there, and broke it off, and so some bubbles in the bottom, and I was had a little bit of an overhang at the time, and I couldn't get down in there to get all the pieces out thoroughly, and so I tried to move more dirt from over top of it and go down to it, and of course more dirt caved in, and I never did find the rest of them pieces. I might be able to get that repaired or something. I don't know. Maybe you glass guys know better than I do. So one from there was this beauty of a bottle. She's got some bubbles in her. She's got some imperfections. She's got a smooth bottom. Nice bubbles. Look at that green color. Nice aqua green. No writing on her whatsoever. She's a nice one. Oh, and then from there we move on to the big old whiskey. This is the Whitney. Let's get y'all to see that. So hard to get good lighting on these bottles. Whitney Glassworks has one little imperfection there. It looks like they almost repaired it or something. It might have just been a bubble. And let's see if you can see the you can see it's like a 3-part bottle. There's a seam here, and then that looks like there's 2 seams there, and a seam going up the side there, and then the spout's put on. But that's pretty cool. Hard to see through that one. It's pretty dark. And then from there we have another whiskey bottle with nothing on it, but a nice green one. Beautiful green color. No pontle. Nice bubbles in this one though. I don't know if I'm doing these bottles any justice with this video camera. I'm trying, fellas. Bottle guys seem to be pretty particular. What I can see and what you guys can see appears to be 2 different things. I call this a champagne bottle, but I'm not a bottle guy. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, but it looks like champagne. Got a deep base in her. You can see it through the glass there. I dug a lot of broke ones of these. There's probably 4 or 5 in the first pit of those broke. along with whiskeys. And here's another green plain. You can, some reason you should be able to see that seam. There's a seam in there. It's still pretty dirty on the inside. Have to clean that up a little bit better. Yeah, nice color. And this was the first whole bottle I got out of the ground. She's got a hole in her. Right there. See if you can see that, but there's the base, nothing on her. It's got that little hole in her. See if you can see. Same thing, like a 3-part bottle. You can see the seam going up here, and then a seam going through there. I don't know if y'all can see it, but and from there we have this one, which is pretty much intact. Got a couple good bubbles in there. There's one there. Here's the base. Nice thick, heavy bottle. Nice color. And then I already showed you the other pickle juice there. So then over to this table. Now all this stuff sitting out here right now is just from this month. This is my this month table that I leave out until I go to my Relic Club meeting. Then I take all my stuff with me. I did not take any of the large bottles with me last meeting. I just took those inkwells. I just don't like to move around with them too much. But we got quite a few bottles here. I think, let's see, besides, this one right here, besides this bottle right here, this is the only one that didn't come out of pit 4. This actually came out of pit 2. And that flask bottle over there came out of pit 3. For you guys that follow my posts on the forums, just for them. And this one was one of my last bottles out of there, and it was broke. I thought it was another one of these pepper sauce bottles, and I think it is a brand of pepper sauce, but it's got a pontled bottom and a seam across the bottom. Got some good color. Nice little designs on the top there. One side is different than the rest of them. Like there's 3 sides with a double design, and then one side that's just plain with the design up top. It's broke off. Big old ponton on that though. And this is one of my favorite bottles. It's a Cathedral pepper sauce, and it is a smooth bottom. No cracks. Oh, this is interesting. It has an applied top on it. I don't know, but if you look at that bottle all the way around, the top was added on after the bottle was made. Maybe, I guess while it was still hot. And they slid that down on there hot and stuck on there, I guess. She's a beauty. This to me looks like a milk bottle. I can remember my grandfather sitting these out, but that was the only bottle I got that day. This side is broke, and the glass is still inside of there. This side right here is actually melted. I don't know if you can see the melt in there, but start to curl up a little bit and break. Smooth bottom, kind of milky inside. Decent color. And then this big old mamma jamma right here. She is a A.M. Benninger and Company, number 19 Broad Street, New York City. Plain on that side. Gin bottle. Old London Dock. Back to the beginning. I haven't cleaned her too good. Here's basically what she looks like. Yeah. She's a beauty. One of my favorites. And another one of my favorites is this beauty right here. Just because of what's on her. She's got so much writing on her. Like that other one, but Liver Invigorator. Dr. Sanford. New York. And then it's a smooth bottom. But she's a really nice bottle. I was really happy to get her. So different than the rest of them. You know, for this size and all that writing. I really don't have another one like it. All the rest of them look like this are basically minis. But speaking of which, on to those. And this is the only one I got of these. It's the Baltimore Clotworth Flint Druggets. And it is a smooth bottom. I think out of all these smalls, it is the only smooth bottom. Interesting little top there. And we're getting there, folks. And we have another one of these. Now, I got one of these out of the first pit, but it was broke. So this is the Nervine Pain. Bless America. So hard to see. There's Ingman's toggle bottom. Sorry for the spinning. I'm trying to get it in a good light. It's just so hard to. I'm not used to messing with glass, and it's just not easy. It's just something I'm not used to. And then from there, we have the same thing again. This one, pontled. No real imperfections in that one. And from there, get even a little bit smaller. This one's just plain. Pontled bottom. Can you see it? There it is. Nice glass. I love it when it's all bubbly like that and it's wavy. And same size. Just a little dirty, but plain, pontled. All there. That's the lip. Just won't focus. And from there we have another one. Small, just like that one. I think these two smalls were one of these. It was the last one I got out of there, and then one of those little flask type types. But that's pontled. No real imperfections in there. Bubbles or writing or anything. And then you guys will remember this one. I had one in the hut, one of these that was spout was broke off of, so I ended up getting a whole one, pontoed. Pretty nice. Does have a seam, a couple little bubbles in it here and there. Pretty nice. And then on to another smaller one. Basically the same as the other ones. No writing. A couple of bubbles in there. And open pontal. Nice all the way around. I like her. And then on to this little flask. Just like the other ones I had over there. One broke and one not. This one's not broke. It's open pontal. And it is in a nice shape. You can see the waves in there like that. Really nice. And then on to the inkwells. This one here has a few imperfections in it. See that little bubble there. And one there. It's open pontal. Bubble down there too. I like it. Folks, sorry about that. My SD card filled up, but here's the last one. Beautiful green color. Nice bubbles in it. The only green one I got like this, and then the bottom's a little different. It is, I don't know if that's a pontal or not. Might even have some kind of stamp in the bottom of it there. LD, I don't know. But she's pretty. She's pretty much perfect. Got the bubbles, you know, and the kind of crude top to her. But hope I didn't run on too long, but I wanted to get a good eye for everything that we had out there and show everybody all the bottles and make sure I tried to do a good job on what everybody wanted to see. The beauty that broke, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and because I sure do appreciate it. And this is J-Dub signing off.